to you, August 26th, coffee cheers. And whoever the guy or girl was that wrote, the best part of waking up. How's it go? Folgers in your cup. Whoever wrote that is a genius, because that's still stuck in my head, 25 years later? Oh, good morning. Today I'm talking about affiliate marketing, online marketing, performance marketing, internet marketing, whatever. I run a forum for affiliate marketing, and I get asked a lot of questions, and a lot of them are similar questions. I'm starting to see like a lot of patterns, and one of them is when brand new people are trying to get rich quick. They're trying to go from zero to $1 million a day in a month. Sometimes people they just want to break even right away. They're terrified of losing money, and so they end up screwing themselves over. And this is a real scenario that was happening in the forum yesterday, but it's a very common problem, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about it here. A guy is running a new campaign, first time ever, and he's running on a network. And the way that I have people do things is I launch multiple campaigns at once in the beginning, even if you're brand new. Don't launch one campaign on one traffic source and just try to make that work. I would rather see you launch 3 campaigns at once on the same traffic source and then see which campaign worked the best and then actually run that campaign on that traffic source. That's kind of the way I do it. He did do it the way that I recommend. He launched 3 campaigns on the one traffic source. That was great. Day 1, he got some initial results, and this is where the problem started. All 3 campaigns are going to lose money. Let's say you're spending $100 a day on all 3 of them. You're going to lose probably around $200 or $300 a day. And that's a bad situation for some people. Emotionally, it feels like you're losing, but you're not. Remember, you're just kind of buying data and seeing what's going on and testing the waters. It's a required step. But he panicked after the first day because he lost a bunch of money, several $100s, right? And everyone comes into internet marketing because they think they're going to get rich quick. But then they have a big realization when they launch their first campaign that, initially I'm going to lose a lot of money, and then I'm going to figure it out, and then I'm going to break even, and then I'm going to figure out how to make a profit. It could take weeks, days, months, years in some cases. That's the progress. It's tough to swallow. So he launched the 3 campaigns, lost some money, and started editing things. And he's doing a follow-along in the forum, so every day he posts what he did. And as I was reading through his follow-along, I saw that every day he was making massive changes to the campaign. Today I lowered my bids, uploaded 3 new ads, took out this placement, added a new widget, targeted this, changed this, set up this, changed all my landing pages. And then, 3 hours later, he'd say, okay, that didn't work, so I changed this. And every day was like this buzz of activity, which seems to make sense in the beginning. You think like the more I focus on this and the more I grind, I got to get in there and grind and hustle, and I'm going to make $1 million. But you don't. You're screwing things up. So I looked through his follow along, and he asked me for my recommendation by name. He tagged me in the post and said, Malan, what do you think? And I said, well, the first thing that I see is you're touching it too much. You're kind of killing it. You're killing your own campaign, and you're leaving yourself no hope to make a profit. It's tough to do, but here's what I would recommend. He had lowered his bids from like 40 cents to 12 cents in a matter of days. He had paused ads, paused placements, changed landing pages. He had done all this stuff. I said, here's what you're going to do. Here's what I would do. I would start completely from scratch, undo all of the changes that you made over the last week. So start over, leave your bids high, run all 3 campaigns at a daily budget you can afford to lose. If that's 50, 100, 200, whatever a day you can lose. You're investing it in data, so whatever you can afford to invest and lose. Let it run for 3 days without you touching anything. Don't touch anything. Don't worry about profitability. Don't worry about ad CTR. Don't worry about your targeting. Don't worry about anything. Just make sure the links all work. Make sure the funnel is functional and that it all works, and leave it alone. After about 3 days, come back and take a peek. Don't think about profitability, CTRs, landing pages, nothing. The only thing you're worried about in this first phase of launching 3 campaigns is which campaign is going to do the best. That's the only answer you're looking for. Nothing else. They're all going to lose money. Expect them to lose 100%. Maybe you'll make a few sales, but expect them to lose everything. That way you won't be surprised if and when it happens. Then, after 3 days, all you're going to do is eliminate the worst campaign. That's the only change you can make. Eliminate the worst of the three. Pause it. Don't even think about it. Just pause it. Don't think about there was maybe an ad in there that might have worked. Just turn it off. Then run those 2 remaining campaigns against each other for another 3 days without touching anything. No target. If you notice there's like some bot traffic or something that's spending 80% of your budget a day with 0 click-throughs and 0 landing page clicks or anything, get rid of that. But only make the most minor adjustment necessary. Like, try not to touch anything. Then let those 2 campaigns run for 3 more days. And so now at the end of the 6th day of the campaign, all you're going to do is choose the campaign you're going to run. So that's 6 days to figure out which vertical you want to run. Now, of course, you can speed that up. For me, I can find this out in about 3 hours. I'm willing to invest a lot more money up front to save myself some time. So if you're spending $100 a day on 3 campaigns, it's going to take you 6 days. You're going to spend $1,800, right? I would spend that in an hour trying to find, if I wanted to figure out the traffic source very fast. I'd go, here's the 1,000, okay, these 2, now another 1,000, okay, now this one, now let's run that campaign. That's how aggressive I get. But if you're brand new, you don't have the cash to do that, and you're terrified, and you really shouldn't go hard in the beginning because you suck. For your first several months, you're going to suck, and you need to limit your losses by limiting your spend until you figure out what you're doing. So that's the way that I recommend for people to do it. Don't touch anything. Launch 3 campaigns, same traffic source. Don't touch anything for 3 days. At the end of the 3rd day, eliminate the worst campaign. Run the remaining 2 for 3 more days. Then pick which campaign you're going to run. Then you get into the campaign actual optimization process. But until then, don't worry about any of those other elements. And I think it's going to be a big help for him. And I think it'll be a big help for anyone that sees this, because most people don't understand it. It's the way that I've always done it. I have never heard anyone else recommend it to do it this way. This is kind of, it drives people crazy because they want speed, speed, speed. You know, I want to figure this out in a day, but I'm telling you, getting rich slowly is the safer path for you in this era of online marketing. This is the best way to proceed. Sure, there have been times, if something's super hot, I'll jump in aggressive as hell. I'll tell people load up and jump on it. Spend everything you've got because we all know it's working, right? But right now, in the situation that he's in, these 3 offers, they were found running on the traffic source, but they're not, he doesn't know how they perform. He doesn't know if he's on the right network. There are still a lot of questions that need to be answered. So in that case, it makes way more sense to slow your roll, man, especially if your budget is limited. Spend 50 or 100, 200 bucks a day on each campaign and perform a series of tests solely to figure out which campaign you're going to run. Run that test for 6 days. Initially 3 days to test all 3, eliminate 1, run it for 3 more, eliminate the loser, and now you've got your campaign. Then the real fun can begin. I hope that makes sense. I try to clear these things up. This is one of those fundamental problems that everyone screws up. If you're in affiliate marketing and you're new, you're probably doing this. If I could say it in a simple way, and to make a very long story short, if I was going to sum this up, I wrote a blog post about 2 years ago that solves this whole problem. It's called "Let the Machines Do the Work." I made up this phrase about 2 years ago. I came up with that phrase for myself many years ago because I was doing the same thing. I would get locked in on a campaign and I would just dive in head first, tweak everything, change everything because it's so much fun and it's exciting. Just prepare to lose the money over the first few days and go slow. Slow your roll, man. Learn to get rich slowly. I'm the only affiliate marketing, internet marketing guy you're ever going to hear say, I recommend you get rich slowly. And in the beginning, you're going to lose money. And this is not for everyone. Everyone knows the opportunity is there. But one problem is there's so much misinformation for someone who's new. Like you go out looking to type how to make money online in a Google search and get ready to be pummeled with the worst information written by guys who have never done it themselves or guys that have done it themselves and are now selling you the information from 3 years ago. As a guy, from me to you, take it easy. Don't touch anything. Let the campaign run. Let the machine do the work. Let the machine do the work. Let the machine, give it time. Set the campaigns up, let them go. Come back 3 days later, eliminate one campaign and leave. 3 days later, come back, eliminate the final campaign, and now you have one campaign. Now you can think about blocking a placement ID or a site ID or a widget ID. Or maybe you can think about trying a new ad. But not until that initial selection process has happened. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. I hope this helps. I know it's going to help a lot of you guys. It's going to confuse the living hell out of a lot of others, but that's kind of how I do it here. It's a hodgepodge of what's going on with me, and today that's what's going on with me. So I wish you the best of luck. Have a great day. It's Friday. We made it through the week. I'm going to drink this coffee and do some work and go to the gym. And as always, I will see you in the future.